Have you heard of the expression that emotions are like waves? And that's because emotions come and go like waves. However, there's one important way that emotions are not like waves, which is that while we have no control over when the waves come or when they go, but we actually do have control over whether emotions come or not in the first place. In this video, I will share with you how you can exercise the power to choose how you feel. When I suffered from depression, I was very good at making myself feel sad. So all day I thought about the ways that I've been hurt in the past, the things that my friends said to me that I didn't like, and the mistakes and failures that I made. And that made me feel hopeless, like a loser, and sad. And it's the same way with anxiety. I was talking to a client the other day, and she realized that she spent quite a bit of time thinking about what ifs and should ifs. So when she thought of what ifs, she thought of all the things that could go wrong in the future, disaster scenarios. And the should ifs, she thought about the mistakes that she made and how she could have handled the situations better and what would have been a better choice and decision. And she realized through that it was her who was making herself feel anxious a lot of the times. It's like watching a movie. We watch movies to feel certain emotions. If we wanted to feel happy 100% of the time, we would just watch happy movies, but we don't. We watch sad movies, we watch horror movies, and we watch the movies. Those movies generate emotions in us like fear, anxiety, nervousness, sadness, and not just happy and joyful and funny. And just like that, we watch movies in our head all day with the thoughts we have, and each thought generating certain emotions, whether we like those emotions or not. We have the power to choose how we feel. Think about it. What if we chose to intentionally focus our thoughts on what's encouraging and energizing to us? For example, when I was making this video, I could tell myself how much it's gonna suck. Nobody's gonna watch it, nobody's gonna like it. It's gonna be a waste of time, and you're gonna have a hard time making it. And all those thoughts, what they do to me is that they make me feel anxious and like I don't wanna record this video because it's gonna be hard, it's gonna suck, it's gonna be a waste of time. And then I feel discouraged. I feel even sad that I'm not naturally a good speaker. But what if I chose to focus instead on thoughts that encourage me? Like how I'm taking steps to share what I know to help other people, that some people are going to find it valuable, hopefully a lot of people. And how that each time I do this, each time I speak, I'm going to improve and get better. And I like that because I love learning, I love improving. And it's not just thoughts. It's our actions and behaviors and body language that affect our mood and emotions as well. There is research validating that our body language affects how we feel in the moment. Take Superman pose, for example. So I have my hands on my hips, since you can't see me. And as I hold this pose, and you can try this for yourself now, I start to feel a little more expansive, like I can take on the world, a little more confident. And when I change back, it can work the opposite way too. If I keep my head down like this and keep my body small, I start to feel a little sad and maybe a little unsure of myself. So, you definitely have the power to choose your posture, your body language. It just takes a little intention, and you can choose your actions. Just like how you carry your body, you can choose actions that'll help you feel more energized instead of feeling down. If you're used to thinking, feeling, and acting in certain ways, it might feel like you have no control over your thoughts, actions, and feelings. Like it's automatic and it's part of you, it's who you are. But that's not true. What it is that those things became habitual, and it takes some intention to break the habits, break the harmful habits, and install helpful habits instead. So I have some tips for you on how you can do this. The most important thing is to set an intention. It takes awareness to realize what you're doing is hurting you, hurting yourself. And then it takes intention to decide to change that. So decide for yourself that you are going to change how you think, feel, and do to help yourself. And once you set that intention, start small. You don't have to start with something massive and really difficult, or change your whole life, or change the whole way you think. You don't have to start with that. You start with something small. If you're used to getting up in the morning and thinking how your day is going to be hell, you're going to have difficult clients, your boss is going to be awful to you, how much you hate your job, you can decide to start working with that and just that. And instead of thinking those thoughts, you might decide to think how it's going to be good somehow. Somehow you're going to have a good day. And that you have all the resources to cope with whatever challenges the day might throw at you. It's going to be good somehow. And be consistent with it. Just stick with changing the morning routine day after day and set an intention to do it every day. Every day you notice yourself. If you catch yourself thinking draining thoughts, then acknowledge the thought and turn it around to something more encouraging and energizing. And the trick is to do it every day. It takes practice at first until it becomes a habit, until it becomes automatic. So keep at it. Lastly, it helps to plan in advance. So say you get up in the morning and you start having these draining thoughts and you catch yourself, and then what? You don't know what to do. If you don't have any plans on how you're going to change it, then it becomes just that much harder. So you can plan in advance and think about, okay, what energizing thoughts do I want to replace those with? And you may decide to do 5 push-ups and sit-ups as soon as you get up to generate some energy. And that's an action that you can choose to take to help yourself. Remember, you have the power to choose how you feel. All it takes is awareness, intention, and consistent practice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe for more tips on how to master your emotions. Thanks again, and bye for now.